Good morning, class. Today we are continuing with our percentages. We are doing CO33. I can use a discount to find the sale price. So we're going to use what we've been learning about percentages, and we're going to apply it to real life, right? We love to get sale prices, to get those discounts. Good to know about how much that new cost is going to be. You see the sale sign, it says 20% off. Well, now we need to know how to figure out what our new price is going to be. Do I have enough money to pay for it? Because it's a Monday, and because why not? Technology is being wonky with me again. So I'm going to be using the document camera to go through this instead of drawing on the smartboard. So just bear with me. We'll do the best that we can. If you are one of my friends that gets the notes, please come on over and let me get you the notes. Sophie, did you need the ones from last week, or were you able to?
I think I used like one.
Do you want them, or are you okay with?
Well, I like yours.
You like mine? Okay. So come on over. Here's the 32, and I think I threw away that 34. Do you have the 31?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to make another copy. Okay. All right, so here are some situations you may be familiar with having to do percentages. My friends in the back, I have started. So let's say there's a $150 phone, you've been interested, goes on sale for 20% off. What is the sale price of the phone? Or an $80 pair of jeans goes on sale for 60% off. What is the sale price of jeans? Oh, that's a good sale, 60% off. Yeah. A $20 DVD goes on sale for 40% off. What is the sale price of the DVD? So we need to be able to figure out how much these are going to cost. Is it a good deal? Do we want to buy them? So let's look at how we're going to figure these out. There are two different ways we can do it. One way is finding the amount of discount first, doing the math that we did in the last objective. And then we're going to subtract that off of the original price. Or we're just going to go directly to finding that sale price. So I'm going to show you both ways to do it. Either way works. You get the same answer, and you're going to decide which one works best for you. Okay. So finding the amount of the discount first. We are going to find 20% of $150. So 20% of $150. So that is the same as saying 0.20 of means multiply that 150. What is 20% of 150? Who has a calculator out and can tell us? What's 0.2 times 150? Lila. Say it loud for me. Okay. Kylie. Say it louder. 20% of 150? Did you do 0.2 times 150? And you got 2 for an answer? What'd you get, Bridget? So if we do 20%, 0.2 times 150, it's not going to be 3, it's 30. So I'm not sure what you did wrong. Did you do 0.02? What did you do 0.2 times 150 or times 15? I don't know how you got 3. It should be 30. Try it again. 0.2 times 150. Okay, so this, when we figure out how to punch it into our calculator correctly, because it does get complicated. Some people punch it in wrong into the calculator. If you do it correctly, it works really well. So as we're going through these examples, I want everybody to have their calculator out, to be trying it, to make sure we know how to put it in correctly. Okay, because we just saw it's really easy to make simple mistakes. So as we go through it, everybody's going to be doing it on their calculator with me. So the amount of that discount is $30. So now I have to go back to that original 150 and subtract my 30 out. And my new price is going to be $120. So you find the discount, 20% of 150, so 0.2 times 150, that's $30, and then I go back and subtract that away from the original. Now finding the sale price directly, there's a little formula we're going to use. We say original times, in parentheses, 100% minus the percent of the discount. So what that means is we have that 150 is our original price. When there's a number right next to the parentheses, anybody know what operation that is? If there's a number right next to it, what do you think, James? What operation do you think we're going to do? Add a line, not subtract. Not addition. Emma? Say it again. Not division. What's left, Sophie? Multiplication. So we don't put that symbol there. We don't have to. If there's anything right next to that parentheses, we know it means to multiply. Inside the parentheses, we have that 100% minus that 20% discount. So what that means is we have that 150, 100 minus 20 is 80%. So it's 150 times 0.80. Because that 80% is converted to the decimal, and it's 0.8 or 0.80. So what is 150 times 0.8? Use your calculator and see if you can find it. Bennett. 120. Look at that. We got the same discounted price both ways. One way we found that discount first, doing the math that we've been doing and then subtracting it from our original price. The other one, we subtracted those percentages and then multiplied. So here we multiplied and then subtracted. Here we subtract, because inside parentheses comes first and perm does. So we subtract, then multiply. It doesn't matter which one you do, you get the same answer. Let's try it again with the jeans. Our original, let's see, we have $80 for a pair of jeans, goes on sale for 60% off. So we need to find out 60% of $80. So 60% is 0.60. Of means to multiply by that 80. What is 60% of 80? 0.60 times 80. So everybody should be trying it with your calculator. 0.60 times 80. We want to make sure we're putting it into our calculators correctly. Where's your calculator? Go get it. Anybody else not have a calculator? Okay. What did you get, Alyssa? 48. What do I have to do with that 48? Emma? I need to subtract it away from that 80 because 48 is our discount. So I need to take the discount away from the 80. So 80 minus 48. And those $80 jeans are on sale for only $32. That's a good deal. So let's look at using our formula, original times in parentheses 100 minus that percent. So our original price was 80. In parentheses, we'll put 100% minus 60%. What's my next step? What's the first thing I do? Adeline? Subtract, because it's inside the parentheses. So inside those parentheses, 100 minus 60 gives me 40%. What's my next step? James?
Multiply 80 times 40.
Not 80 times 40, 80 times what?
60.
No. We have that 40% in the parentheses. Is that the same thing as 40? What is it, James?
80 times 0.40.
Yeah. So we have to be careful. It's not 80 times 40, it's 80 times 40%, which is 0.40. You'll get a very different number if you're multiplying 80 times 40. What is 80 times 40%, Sophie? 32. So we get that same cost of our jeans. So like I said, you can multiply and then subtract, or you can subtract and then multiply. We get the same answer. So whichever one's making more sense to you, it's easier for you to remember those steps, you're going to use that way. We have one last one. The DVD costs $20 and it's on sale for 40% off. So our first step is 40% of the $20. 40%, remember, is 0.40. Of means to multiply. Our 20, what is 40% of 20? Everybody do the math on your calculator. What did you get, Hudsonelle? 8. What do I do next? What's my next step? Lila? 20 minus 8. The original price of 20 minus our discount. And we find that our DVD now costs $12. The other way of doing it, our original price was $20. In parentheses, we have that 100% minus 40%. So we have our first step is inside parentheses. So 100% minus 40% gives us 60%. And then we multiply that by our 20. 60%, remember, is 0.60, not 20 times 60. 20 times the decimal, we're converting it. What is 20 times 0.60? Do it on your calculators. What is 20 times 0.60? Charlie? Did you do it? I'm asking for everybody to do the math. Natalie? 12. So we get that same $12. If one of the ways makes total sense to you and one of them you're still not quite sure on, it's okay. Use the one that makes sense. Okay? On the bottom of the page, Aye. Okay. Says you purchase a $50 video game and use a 10% off coupon at the register. What is the sale price of the video game? It says using one of the methods above, and we need to show our work. So if you're going to use finding the discount first, you're going to write out those steps. If you're going to use the formula, original times in parentheses 100% minus the percentage, you're going to write out the steps that you're using. Who wants to walk me through one of the ways? I see 2 hands up. Who else feels confident to walk me through one of the ways? Aiden. So 10% of 50, which we know is 0.10 times 50. What is 0.10 times 50? Say it louder. 5. So now what do I do with that 5, Aiden? I take that original price of 50 and I minus 5. So what's my new price, Aiden? $45. Who wants to walk me through how we would do it doing the formula? Adeline? %100 minus 10%. I have to subtract that. What's 100% minus 10%? 90%. Now I need to do my multiplying. 50 times what? And what does that equal? $45. Either way, I get the same answer. Okay, so you decide which one. Oh yeah, I get this one. This one works for me. Use that way. Let's look at our bottom one. A $70 dress is on sale for 70% off. What is the sale price of the dress? So what I want you to do is I want you to work it out yourself, show your work, and then we're going to have somebody walk us through it. So do that bottom one, showing your work, finding your answer. Give me a thumbs up when you're done. I'm going to come and check it real quick. So, we worked through our steps, and then you took that and you did this, which one should be circled? Your last step. So you did the right math, you just didn't put it Shh, okay, who wants to walk me through one of the ways? Bennett. So that's 0.70 times 70 equals what? Then what do I do? And what does that equal, Bennett? I had a few people who got that first step and they forgot to do the second step. Remember, it's always 2 steps. Multiply and then subtract. Or if you do it the other way, you're subtracting those percentages and then multiplying. Always 2 steps. Who wants to walk me through the formula way? James?
Do 70, parenthesis, 100% minus 70%, and then another parenthesis.
So that's 70, and in parentheses, what's 100 minus 70?
30.
30%. So then we do the multiplying.
It's 0.30,
Mhm.
then I multiply it,
By that 70, and what did you get?
$21.
So either way, we get the same answer. Remembering there's 2 steps. We either subtract our percentages and multiply by the original, or we multiply that percent by the original and then subtract it away from the original. Both ways gets us that $21. How are we feeling now that we've worked it through? Feeling better? Okay, let's look at our second page. On the second page, we've got a table here. We're going to be doing the same thing, it just looks different. So it says complete the table. We have our original price, we have our discount, and we have to find that sale price. So we do have workspace down here, and we have the blank space before, that page right before. You can use that backside as your workspace. So if we look at our first one, the board game is originally $30. Black Friday sale was 20% off. What was the sale price? So I'm going to pick one of the ways and I'm going to do the math. I personally like the formula way. So I'm going to do 30 times 100% minus the 20%. So that's 30 times 0.80, which is that 80%, which equals $24. So I'm going to put that sale price that I find into the box up here. So I work out my steps, find that sale price, and then I put it into my table. Make sense? So you're going to do all the next 4, work it out. If you run out of space here, go to that page, the back side, just look at that back side. You got all this space, do the same steps, and you're going to put your answer here. Then we have word problems, just like at the bottom of that last page. You're going to figure out what the original price is, what the percent off is, and then there might be another step. So this one, you put $50 of gas into your car. So that's our original price, is that $50. You can either take $15 off, find out what that coupon would get you, what's your sale price that you would get, or you're gonna do a discount of 20%. So you need to figure out what 20% off would be and decide which one is a better deal. Which coupon do you want to use, $15 off or 20% off? So your answer is going to be which option and how much you're gonna pay for the gas. So you're gonna have to put either the $15 off or the 20%, and you're gonna tell me what that sale price is. So you always have to make sure that you are reading the question and answering the question. They're not all, what is the sale price? You have to follow through, read the full question, make sure you understand what the question is asking, and you answer that question. And then at the very bottom, we have our review problems. Converting between fractions, decimals, and percentages. What magic number do we need to remember as we're converting, Lexi? 100. 100 as the denominator, 100th as our decimal. 100 is the magic number. Remember, if it's a fraction, what's our final step with fractions? Adeline? Reduce. You need to simplify, simplify, simplify. Always reducing down fractions if you can. Any questions on today's assignment? Okay, if you are watching at home, I hope you are well, and I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.